Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio,
where real music matters.
Absolute Radio is the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
We have genuinely a humdinger of a show. I've had a fantastic argument about nonsense, really, out in the street, and it was actually quite good fun. And I'm now enthused and excited, where before I was lacklustre and indeed what I like to call limp. So, we're asking slangy matches in the street. Ever had one? 0330 123 1215. I went and saw the new Planet of the Apes film today. Very good. I need to know what the story is for the original 5 or 6 Planet of the Apes movies, and I hope you've got your cheese graters ready. The end of that song is silly.
Absolute Radio.
Has the world gone mad? Can you just have a think about today, the last couple of days, the last 2 days, this week? Where are we now? We're on Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Have a think. Right. Have you been involved in more arguments than normal? Just have a think about it for a second. I'll tell you why. Because maybe it's the heat. Maybe we're approaching 2012. I don't know. But I seem to have been either involved in, or dealing with, or sorting out, or adjudicating more arguments in the last 3 days than I've done in the last 3 years. I just had a row with a drunk member of staff outside. All good fun, and the hands have been shook and backs have been patted and embraces have been made, and it's all lovely in the world. It's good sport. Particularly when he said, "You're nothing. You're just a voice." Well, yeah, a voice that earns a little bit more than you. You won't be here in 2 months' time. Well, my contract's until January, so I'm safe at least until then. Good argument, but an argument that drew a crowd, dear listener. Oh, we got moved on from a shop doorway. Fantastic. It's what being... It felt like I was alive again. Felt like being alive, and it was wonderful. And everything's fine and groovy now, and that's great, and that's the way these things should be. It's good to do that. You can't argue with a drunk person, by the way, and I remember that halfway through. I remember that you just can't, because they don't play by the rules. The Geneva Convention of arguments is out of the window when the person is ipso facto boozed up. But it was all good fun, and I do like a good shout every now and then. It's good to kind of get it out of your system. So we can ask, when was the last time you had a good shout in the street? But, shout, I said. Have you had more arguments recently than normal? 0330 123 1215. I tell you why, because there was that. I woke up to a whole flurry of nonsense on the Facebook page this morning. Oh, for God's sakes, grown men and women. Grown men and women arguing. I was getting emails, I was getting private messages. He said this, she said that. From intelligent people. I've met these people, they're intelligent. And they're grown people in their 30s and 40s. Arguing like 12-year-old schoolgirls. He's bullying me. She's an idiot. She's doing this. He's doing that. Forget it. Forget it. You're adults. For God's sakes, you're arguing on Facebook. You are adults arguing on Facebook. What is that all about? I woke up to this. I got in a right proper strop. I immediately suspended posting privileges. I felt like a teacher. I felt like a teacher separating 2 6-year-olds. More than 2 people, by the way. There's a lot of people. I've suspended everyone's posting privileges on the Facebook page. They may not come back. I may not let people post on there again. I might do, I might not. And if anybody sends me a private message or goes on there and says, "Oh yeah, but he said this," you're off. That's it. You'll be suspended from the Facebook page. If it keeps happening, I'll close it down. I will make no bones about it. I will close it down. More arguments. More arguments. I had an argument last night with some kid about prog rock. He said the prog rock songs have to be over 10 minutes long and they start off quiet and they grow louder. I then played him some Yes. Not late 80s Yes. 70s Yes, from Close to the Edge, Siberian Klaatu. He said that's not prog. More and more arguments. Now, are you having more arguments? Seriously, just think about it for a second. I need to know. 0330 123 1215. Is it people at work? I know we've got a lot of people on the summer holiday, so maybe it's at school or your school friends that you normally get on with, and in the last couple of... I bet it's since Monday. See, the weekend, fine. Last week, wonderful. Monday. Am I right? 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. I'm not phoning up because I'm not saying this because I want arguments this evening. I don't necessarily. I've had my argument, and I'm glad I did before the show. Actually, at the time I was thinking, wah! But I'm glad I had the argument because it has woken me up no end. And yeah, you know, we had a good old Barney, and everything's fine now, and that's great. That's great to be able to do that. It's like the Python sketch, isn't it? I'd like an argument, please. It would be great, wouldn't it, if there was somewhere where you could go and do that, and you could pay a little bit of money, pay a little bit over the odds, so you've got that to grind away at you, and you go and have an argument with someone. I'm lucky. I get to kind of have arguments for a living, to a certain extent. I am just a voice, after all. But how do you get rid of your tensions like that? Have you got someone you can argue with, and you kind of know that it's sports, even though it's quite loud and aggressive? So I'm just going to turn the TV off. Everyone's left the TV on. Don't want the TV on. I'm doing a radio show, not a TV show. 0330 123 1215. Arguments. Have you had more of them in the last 3 days? We're all tetchy. No one's sleeping very well. It was way too humid today, wasn't it? Horrible. Horrible. I don't mind the heat. It's the humidity I can't stand. Although I did spend some of it in a private cinema, a private viewing screen in central London, watching the new Planet of the Apes film. We'll talk about that later on. Was it The Rise of the Planet of the Apes? I think it is, yes. The prequel. But I'm very tempted to buy the original Planet of the Apes movies. You can get for like £9 DVD box set. I remember, I've definitely seen the first one, and I think I've seen the second one. How many are there? 5? 6? The original ones, not the remakes, the originals. I need to know what the stories are and if it's worth spending the £8.50, £9 probably, on those DVDs. 0330 123 1215. And go and get your cheese graters, please. Yes, no, I know. Tick your radio diaries now. Get your cheese graters ready. Tonight we are celebrating the magic and indeed the mystery of the cheese grater. How can I turn this into Sony Gold? Well, I probably can't. But I may be just a voice, but I'm good enough at this to make cheese graters bloody interesting.
Lisa likes brandy and the way it hits her lips. She's a rock and roll survivor.
Oh, the prog rock kids calling in again. Oh, jeez.
And you go in your own way.
Go make a cup of tea. I'll go make a cup of tea.
LIFEGOESON. What you don't have now will come back again. You got heart. And you go in your own way.
Ian Lee, Absolute Radio. Eloise is through there.
Hello, Paul. It's Eloise.
Oh, that's Eloise working. That's what she sounds like when she's working. She sounds efficient and she sounds excellent. Hey, Eloise.
Hello.
How are you doing? You all right?
I'm good.
Have you been in more arguments recently? The last few days. Have you had any arguments, any fisticuffs, any fights?
Ooh. No, actually. I haven't even spoke to my letting agents for a while, and that's normally where my arguments come from.
And you're normally quite feisty, and you're normally getting into ruckuses. Is your flat sorted now?
No, although the mouse man came round today, right?
Smouse?
No, not Smouse.
We're going to be playing a rap song later on, by the way. After 12, we're going to play a rap song. I know, controversial. We'll get to that in a minute. Yes.
But this is the 4th time he's come round, right? And he keeps saying he's going to bring this foam to fill up the holes.
Yeah.
And he still hasn't brought the foam round. What he did bring round, though, was cement.
What?
And he cemented up some holes. But our mice, right, have chewed through the cement, so I don't think cement's going to help.
No, cement isn't going to help, no.
But we'll see.
Sounds like you're having a nightmare.
But I haven't argued with them about that because my housemate dealt with it.
There you go. We're thinking of getting a loft conversion done, right? Okay, it's sort of half done, and we're thinking of getting it completely done, right? It's in this new house. So to do it, you have to all the building regulations and all the health and safety and all this stuff. So you have to get an architect to design it. A builder can do it, but you need an architect to design it so it'll pass all the health and safety. And this architect came around. He's called Claudio, which is an Italian name. He was a lovely fella, but I'm sure he was talking with a German accent, and I'm sure he was saying some sentences in German. I'm sure he was. And I said to my wife, I like the fact that he kept saying some words in German. He did a whole sentence in German. She went, no, he was Italian. He said he was Italian. Anyway, he was there, and he was going on, and I had to go and pick up the boy from nursery. And he was saying, well, I can't believe how much the quote you've got to do your loft. It's too cheap. And I'm sort of thinking, I've got to go in a minute. Well, what do you think it should be? Well, I think you're looking to pay about £60,000. And I stood up and went, you're talking nonsense. And I walked out. And I walked out because I had to walk out to go and pick up the boy. But when I came back, Fandango said, why did you storm out like that? I said, no, I wasn't. It wasn't a storm out. It was just I had to go because I was late.
No.
And it looked like I'd done a up yours, Dolores, and walked out. But he was talking out of his backside. But I'm sure he was speaking German.
That's funny.
Are we going to argue about prog rock again?
Possibly, because he's saying that the argument was flawed. I'm not sure which side.
His side was flawed by the fact that he was talking out of his bumhole.
Yeah.
Shall we speak to him?
Yeah.
Adam?
Yeah, my argument wasn't perfect, but...
whatever you've got in your mouth, take it out and speak clearly, come on.
Nothing.
OK, well then you stop... are you on speakerphone?
No.
Hands-free?
No, just normal.
OK, is the phone near your mouth?
Yeah, hang on, I'll take the cover off, see that.
Take the cover off, yeah.
Is that any better?
It doesn't sound like you're holding the phone. It's very quiet. I've got the gain up +8.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that better?
That's better, yeah, there we go.
Well, I have to put my hand over the mouthpiece.
That's the design fault of your phone. I would suggest you write to the manufacturers and tell them.
I will do.
Please do.
About your argument...
Well, it's your argument. I was just here. I was the conduit for your nonsense.
OK, but I was listening to Elements, and then to prove me wrong, you played a song that matched my elements.
Sorry?
Well, I said an element of prog is long.
Yep. Well, it can
over
be.
10 minutes. Then you played an over 10-minute song.
OK, well, hang on a second. You can have prog rock songs that are 4 minutes long. Correct, thank you. You didn't say that last night. You said they all have to be over 10 minutes. OK. What song? Let's do one. There's no rush here, young man. Don't worry. Hey, listen,
okay.
you're 19. You've got years ahead of you. What song did I play that was over 10 minutes long?
The Yes song.
Right.
Yeah, so that matches my rule.
But it didn't match any of your other rules.
But I was listing some elements.
Yeah. You first of all, you said that it wasn't a prog rock song.
I didn't know who it was. I rushed into it quickly.
Well, exactly.
Yeah,
Calm down. You rushed into it quickly.
Yeah.
And therefore it didn't fit your elements.
Well, if I knew the song duration...
And also, Siberian Carter is not over 10 minutes long.
You said it was yesterday.
It's 9 minutes, 1 second.
Oh, well...
Well,
nearly.
no, listen, if there... You can't say nearly. If there are rules, Adam, there are rules. But there are many prog rock songs that are 4 minutes long. The length of the song is irrelevant. Yes, some prog rock songs go for 20 minutes. Yes, they do. Some go on for 4 minutes. So the length of the song is an irrelevant element. Oh, that's a good name for a band.
It's a common theme throughout. Right.
Well, it's not a common theme throughout the Adam. That's the thing.
Oh, come on. It's known for their long...
No, they're not known...
Why are we having the same
Jesus.
argument?
Okay,
They are not known...
How would you identify prog, then?
Well, that's not my job. This is you that wants to identify prog. I can read the description from Wikipedia if you want, if that helps you. That'll be quite dull radio. But they do not have to be over 10 minutes long. That's nonsense, Adam.
They don't have to be, but they usually are.
No, they're usually not. What's your second point? And let's hope it's just not a repetition of what... Is it going to be repetition of what you said yesterday?
No.
Because if it is, I'm not interested. Okay.
Well, I don't think it is.
You think it's... Hang on. Eloise is whispering. Yes, Eloise.
I bet it's the Christian.
Well, it starts off quietly and builds up loudly. Okay, let's see. Yes, Adam.
It's not that.
Oh, okay,
But
because the song
afterwards-
that I played...
Oh, did he hear that?
I think he did, yeah. The song that I played yesterday, the Yes song, Siberian Cartrew, started off loudly.
Correct, yeah.
Correct? Yeah, I know, correct. It started off exactly like this. Your second point, Adam.
Okay, well, after I put the phone down and you reset the topic, you said Dream Theater is not the best band, but you must have reasons to back that up.
Because I could name 100 bands. Was it Dream Theater, the band you're talking about?
Yeah.
I could instantly name 100 bands that are better than Dream Theater. Instantly.
I'll say they're one of the best in their genre.
Well, no, we were asking what... well, OK. Now you're specifying they're one of the best in the genre. So they're not even the best band in the genre, let alone the best band in the whole world.
Well, each person's music taste is different.
Well, that's true, but you can still define the best band. You phoned up and said they were the best band in the whole world, and now you're saying they are one of the best bands in a genre. In quite a small...
There can be lots of best bands, because they don't play jazz, so there might be a good jazz band.
Right, but they are one of the best bands. They are one of the best prog rock bands, so they're not even the best prog rock band.
Well, they're up there, yeah.
But we're talking about the best band. I can't remember why we were talking about the best band.
It was my topic.
It was your topic. So hang on, it's your topic was what's the best band, and now you're phone up to say, well, actually, the suggestion I gave you, they weren't the best band. They're not even the best band in the sub-genre that I put them in.
But why did you say they were bad? What was your point about them being bad?
Because they're rubbish!
But define that. Why? What element?
They sound cack! There we go. Is that good enough for you? They sound cack. They're cack. They sound cack. I wouldn't wipe my bum on one of their records. That's how cack they are. They're cacky, cack. Complete and utter total cacky, cack. They sound cack. They make my ears want to cack poo. That's how cacky they are.
But that's just a baby argument.
It is a baby argument, Adam, because I'm bored of you and your boring prog rock topic. Prog rock is cack. You're cack. Dream Theater are cack. Cacky, cack.
So is that what you do when people are winning and you can't...
Cacky, cack.
That's very babyish.
Cacky, bum, poo, wee.
Your argument was the one
I
that's
guess I caught
flawed.
you in a bad mood.
Cacky, bums.
No, he just thinks it's funny now.
A little bit, yes.
This is Absolute Radio.
Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, 0330 123 1215. Cathartic tonight. Arguments, have you been having more of them? The last 3 days, I bet you have. There's something in the air, man. After having seen that blooming Planet of the Apes film, it could be some deadly virus. I do hope not. I hope not. If someone can phone up and tell me the plots of all the original Planet of the Apes films, I think there are 5. Could you let me know? I need to know, is it worth buying the box set, or are they a bit bobbins? You can never tell all these things. It's £9, do you know what I mean? I can spare £9. I may be just a voice, but I can spare £9. Oh, that was the wrong... There we go, that's the one. We're in a different studio, it's a slightly different thing. James is in Leeds. Good evening, James.
Hi, pal.
What can I do for you, sir?
Go on, mate.
What can I do for you?
Oh, I just wanted an argument.
Go on, then.
Go on, then. Right. I know your views. I've listened to you for a while now about cannabis. Now, don't go butting in.
You don't know what my view... No, hang on. You can't start an argument by saying, I know your views.
I know... Well, I do. I've heard your views.
What are my views? Is this argument going to be about cannabis?
Plenty of times. Well, yeah, kind of.
OK, what are my views about cannabis?
That it's wrong and it shouldn't be done.
Didn't say that at all. Never said that.
Well, OK, you put forward that you don't, agree with it, that drugs are bad.
Never said that.
Oh, you've never said that?
No, I never.
I think I'm going to be listening to the back catalogue of it.
Please do. And if that comes, please do. And I'd like the audio, the date that happened, that I said that, and the audio, please.
I'm going to. Yeah, I'll find that.
Please do, James.
I will do.
Please do.
Basically, I wanted to know your views on somebody who's had 2 jobs over 10 years, 5 years apart. Well, not 5 years apart. 5 years in the job itself.
Yeah.
That's smoked daily.
Right.
Never actually affected his work, never actually made him bad at his job.
Right.
In fact, progressed in the job that he's in now.
Right, yeah.
I want to know your views about that. What do you think that's a bad person? Do you think that's a...
No. I make no judgment about someone's drug intake at all. Why would I?
Well, from what I've heard before, yeah, you do judge people.
No, I don't judge people for taking drugs at all.
Of course you do. You must do. You're a radio presenter for a start. You've got that duty of care to say all drugs are bad, surely.
No, I haven't got that duty of care to say that at all. What duty of care have I got to say about drugs being bad? Why?
Well,
I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying drugs. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to stop you there for 1 second because we have a very special call coming through on line 1. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Oh, good evening, Ian. How are you?
It's Picture Phil.
Well, he's retired. But it's his alter ego.
Phil, people thought you were dead.
No.
Listen, Phil, can I get Eloise to give you a call back?
Yes.
Speak to you in a few minutes. Oh, that's good. Well done. Phil's called in, dear listener. Phil's called in. James, carry on.
You've completely thrown me now. Who was that?
That's Picture Phil. Everyone thought he was dead.
Oh, no, yeah, I know what you mean. All right. Fair enough.
Listen. I'm not saying at the precise moment in time. I'm not saying that drugs are good. I'm not saying that drugs are bad. I have no opinion about this person that you're talking about at all. I have no opinion on them.
From what I've heard
Good
about
for
your
them.
mother, the drugs actually help your mother, yeah?
Well,
the synthetic side.
Well, no, because it turned out that the medical trial she was on the placebo.
Oh, right. All right, then. That didn't work
She was on the placebo. So we don't know.
Fantastic.
I have drunk cannabis tea with her, and she had a jolly good time and found Countdown very amusing and started telling me funny stories about my granddad. And we had a good old giggle.
Like I say, I'd like to put forward that not everybody is a dull, dotting waste of space that smokes weed.
Do you want me to finish the point, James?
Go on, sorry.
Yeah. But her MS, which she has very, very badly, is not really affected. It doesn't really have much pain involved. And the cannabis in treatment of MS is due for it helps relaxation and spasticity of joints. It's also primarily for pain relief, and she doesn't really suffer from pain relief. And at the time, she didn't really suffer from spasticity in her joints, although she does now. So it didn't really have any effect on her medical condition.
Thanks for clearing that up. Because yeah. I always thought that it were placebos didn't work too well, but obviously they must have done.
Well, no, placebos don't. Well, placebo's a placebo. It might work.
Obviously, but it's all psychological. It's all mental, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about have you listened to anything I've said, James? This is what I'm curious about. This is why I think This is why I think you've had a little toke tonight, little cheeky little doobie.
I'm at work. I'm actually at work.
In that case, you have no excuse. In that case, you have no excuse for not having listened to a word that I've said this evening.
Whoa! I do listen to you. I listen to you all the time religiously.
This evening, I know I am better than Livesey. But I'm talking about in our phone conversation.
That you don't. Well, but no, like I said,
you haven't listened to what I've said
about people that actually work for a living. Bill Hicks sort of style that never been sacked, never had any disciplinary action over such a thing. Never. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say that I've never been intoxicated.
So it's you that we're talking about here, not a mysterious friend. It's you.
Well, a mysterious friend.
Well, you've just said it's you, James. So you might as well. If you're gonna come out as a smoker, then wear your freak flag proudly.
I am happy to say that.
I have no views. Good luck to you. Well done. Congratulations. I hope you live a long and happy life.
I probably won't do. Well, like your views about the mental illness. You always say that there's a link between mental illness and cannabis.
I don't say there's always a link between mental illness and cannabis, James. You've really heard what you want to hear.
Well, from what I've heard, that you do say that these are linked. There's a definite link.
I know, James. Listen, go back, get where I've said that. Send me the audio. Send me the date it happened, because I didn't say there was definite. Yes, there. Of course, there's a link between. There can be a link between mental illness and smoking cannabis. Of course, there can. Of course, there can.
In countries where it's
of course,
legal,
there can. James, you would have to admit, wouldn't you? James. No, listen. Let's finish this point. Let's finish this point. James, let's finish this point. James, let's finish this point. Let's finish this point. Right. You would admit. You'd have to admit, because it's obvious, that if you are psychologically fragile. Or are prone to depression, if you smoke cannabis...
But that's a weak person in general, Ian.
I would ask you to reconsider your word weak.
It is weak.
I would ask you to reconsider your word weak. Because you're saying that someone who's prone to depression and prone to mental illness is weak. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Reconsider your word weak, please.
A weak mindset. It's just like any other drug.
Are you saying that someone who is prone to depression is weak-minded? Is that what you're saying?
A weak mindset, not weak-minded.
What define weak mindset?
They don't have a get up and go.
You're saying that someone who is depressed, someone who is prone to depression, not even depressed, someone who is prone to depression has a weak mindset.
Yeah, come on. There's something psychologically wrong, right there.
But you've used the weak mindset That's quite. There's quite a patronising word to use the word weak, don't you think?
Why is it patronising? We're talking about people that are prone to a mental illness. It's
right.
not. I'm very well aware of depression.
But to say they are weak, would imply that if they were strong, would imply that if they were stronger, if they had a strength of character about them, they could overcome their depression. That's what that implies. I'm just asking you to be very specific here.
You've got that in one area, and I'm not saying if they were stronger willingly. I mean,
right.
Okay,
You're wrong. You're wrong. You don't understand. You don't understand depression. It's nothing to do with
depression.
No, you don't.
I've not had a girlfriend for 5 years that suffers.
I don't know, but if I don't know, I don't know who you are, James. If you think that she's depressed because she's weak,
it's not something.
If you think she's depressed because she's weak, then if you think that she is depressed because she is weak, then you are giving her very, very little help at all.
I give her all the help and all the support I can.
By thinking she's weak.
She admits to herself. She's admitted to herself that she is weak.
That's because that's what depressed people do. Is they have low self-esteem. They have self-doubt.
It's a mental illness.
I know this. But I also know from experience, it's not a weakness.
But what we're talking about then is that people with air quotations, this weakness.
No, but it's not a weakness. You can say quotations.
What would you class it as? What would you class it as? This mental illness?
I would class it as an illness. Yes, it's like saying that if you've got a cold, you're weak. If you've got
you are. You're physically weak.
James,
come off it,
James.
When was the last time you had a cold? When was the last time you had a cold?
What you're saying is. No, it didn't bed me actually. What you're saying is you've misunderstood the comparison that I'm making here. You are saying, let's use the analogy of a cold. You are saying that people are prone to cold because they are weak, and if they were stronger, they wouldn't get colds. People are prone to tumours because they are weak, and if they weren't weak, they wouldn't get tumours. You're saying that people are prone to illness because they are weak.
Well, yeah, that's
people are prone to get cancer because they're weak.
Wait a second, that's like Darwin's theory of. You go on, finish my sentence for me. Darwin's theory of evolution. The weakest don't survive.
Survival of the fittest is the phrase.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
But there's nothing like it at all, James. You've thrown in a red herring there.
No, not at all. You've just said that these people that are stronger, that are physically stronger,
no, I didn't say
stronger, don't get ill.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Well,
James, listen.
In comparison to what you've just said, that the weak people do.
I'm saying what you're saying, James. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that weak people get tumours, weak people get cancer, weak people break their legs, weak people get colds. I'm using the analogy that you've used.
Well, that's the correct analogy, surely.
So you're saying that weak people get MS?
No.
Because that's an illness. It's an illness.
No.
You're saying weak people get ill?
Yeah.
So you're saying that weak people get MS?
You do suffer more. You're more prone to a common cold. You are more prone to a sprained ankle.
That's not what you said. You've turned it around.
If you haven't got the ligaments in your ankle and you go over on it and you hurt yourself, that's because.
Let's move on, James. You're embarrassing yourself. Let's do your second point. What's your second point?
What's my second? Sorry.
Your second point.
My second point too.
This argument.
Well, I was just about to say that you're right. Let's, into comparison, somebody who is physically fragile, anorexic, bulimic, anything on that state, yeah, where weak bone structure.
Why are you talking about anorexic and their weak bones, James?
Because I'm making an analogy now.
You're making an analogy, okay? You're making an analogy.
Oh, here you go.
James, listen, you phoned up because you think you think you know my opinion about drugs and people who don't take drugs.
From what I've heard, I mean.
Please send me that clip where I said that, James.
I will do.
Please do, because it's not true.
It is true.
It's not true. Do you know anything about me, James?
From what I've heard from the past 9 months, very little. I know your mother suffers from MS.
Okay, but do you know? Forget that. Do you know anything? Do you know anything about me? Do you know where I've come from, where I've been, and what I've done?
I knew that you were on Dave not so long back.
Okay, I'm not talking. I'm not talking the career-wise. Do you know anything about my life personally?
Why would I?
Do you know where I was 7 years ago?
Where was you 7 years ago, Ian?
I'm not prepared to tell you, James, but just rest assured that your argument, your opinion of what I think about people who take drugs is very, very flawed.
Why are you not willing to say anything, Ian?
Because it's private, James. It's private. But I have made enough allusions and given enough hints over the last 9 months. If you had been listening as intently as you said you had, you would have picked up on it.
Well, I must have missed that one.
You've missed that. James, thank you for calling.
All right, I'll be back. Don't you worry.
I'm not worried in the slightest, fella.
This is Absolute Radio. Absolute Radio. All this week on the Christian O'Connell Breakfast Show, you could win a year's subscription to Sky's.
Do you see what I mean about the arguments? This wasn't going to be an argument special, but it's in the air, man. Arguments are in the air this evening. I'm thinking maybe I did say that about... I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. He'll come back with the evidence and we'll see. Picture... Oh, it's Philip. Let's just call him Phil, shall we?
Good evening, Ian, and how are you?
I'm all the better, my love, for hearing your marvellous voice.
The reason I rang in this evening, Ian...
Yes. Do you want an argument?
No, not
good,
really.
Good.
Well, yes or no. Did anybody else see Stephen King? You know the author?
I do know the author, yes.
He was on TV tonight acting.
Oh, he's now. He occasionally pops up in his movies and things. He's not.
He does.
Well, he's not a very good actor. What was he in? EastEnders?
He was in Sons of Anarchy, which I love that programme.
Well, Sons of Anarchy. What the hell is that?
That's the programme. It's in the third series now,
right?
And it's about a group of Hell's Angels.
Oh yeah.
In America,
Ooh.
very, very well written, well acted, got a great cast.
Yeah.
And he turned up tonight as a cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
But he cleans up crimes. So he pulls up on this motorbike, you know, he's got all the gear on and everything.
Yeah.
And he's clearing up a murder.
Oh, one of those.
He goes round, you know, with the cloth and everything else. And they paid him, I think if I heard right, $1,600, which wasn't much.
In all of these programmes, like this, and The Sopranos, and Breaking Bad, and all these things, the killers always know someone they can call up who can come and clear up all the evidence. Do these people actually exist?
Well, I don't know. I think there was a TV programme about a company, wasn't there? I can't remember the name, where you could, you know, if you needed them for anything, you know, the police or, you know, anybody else. Yeah. That they'd come round with a mop and bucket and, you know... And
then clear up all the blood and the guts. And they'd always tell you what to say if a policeman came and, this is your alibi, as you was with her.
That's right,
And you'll go and drive your car and park it 10 blocks round the corner. And
yeah, that's right. What have you been watching on TV recently, Ian?
Not a lot, Philip. I've been watching Breaking Bad, which I absolutely adore. We've just started season 4 of that, and we are loving it in my house. What else? I've been really enjoying the Curb Your Enthusiasm reruns on Sky Atlantic. Thank you very much, Sky Atlantic, for that. Season 5 has just started. And I started watching Ip Man, which is a martial arts movie. Started watching that.
Oh, right, yes. I see the other day that, I don't know whether it's the final series or it's still running, because you was a Trailer Parks Boys.
I was a Trailer Parks Boys, and then I thought they lost their direction a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if it was a box set or something on the other day on the internet.
Yeah.
For sale and all that, but...
I've got the first 2 seasons, I think, maybe the first 3, and then they made a couple of films, and the films weren't very good, and I sort of lost interest a bit, but...
were they Canadian or American?
Canadian.
That's right, I thought they were, you know, with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, they were good. They were the first few... They came over here about a couple of months ago and did a live show, but again, I missed that. I didn't hear... Apparently
that... on the programme?
No, I didn't know they were here until they'd gone back. Apparently it was very hit and miss.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I watched one of the episodes, and so I didn't. I tell you what I bought the other day, a box set of a series from the 60s.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Car 54, Where Are You?
Car 54, Where Are You?
Yes.
Of course, yes.
They digitally remastered it, and it was still very, very funny.
Yeah.
Because it was in Nat Hiking. Nat Hiking was the guy who did Bilko.
And was Fred Gwynn in that?
Fred Gwynn.
Yep.
And Joey Ross.
By the way, Phil, fingers crossed. Now, I've approached him and he's on Twitter and he said yes, and then he's not got back to me. But hopefully, might be getting Butch Patrick on the show.
Oh, that'd be good.
Wouldn't it be good?
Oh, yes.
I tweeted him and he said, yeah, I'd love to, and then I've not heard from him, so I will chase him up again.
Oh, I'll have to, I'll be listening out for that.
No, look at you, you're getting all excited, you can't speak!
I mean, you know, is Yvonne Di Carlo still alive?
I think she is, actually. I think she might be.
Yeah, you want to get her as well.
Who was the hot niece that was there, the one that was normal?
They had about 4 of those, you know. It wasn't played by the same girl all the time.
Oh, they had a few, did they?
There was Beverly, Pat Priest. Yep. Beverly, I can't think of her name.
I tell you what, the mother you're talking about, she's dead, but I think the grandfather's still alive.
Al Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's still going.
Is he? Oh, because he was, you know, I mean, the whole cast, I mean, it was it was so well written, you know.
Oh, by the way, someone's reminded. Hang on, I just need to play. Would you bear me a slight indulgence, please, Phil?
Certainly.
Stay there. Got some sad news, Phil.
Oh.
Bubba Smith's dead. Played Hightower in the Police Academy films.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Bubba Smith died
I'll
today.
tell you another thing he was in.
Yep.
He was in a TV series, Blue Thunder.
Oh, which was better than Airwolf.
With Dana Carvey.
Yeah. Was Dana Carvey in that?
Yeah, this was a TV series.
I
not a
remember it.
film.
Yeah, I remember it.
With, James Farentino.
Yep.
Yeah, and the giant helicopter.
Yeah, it was good. Better than Airwolf. If Blue Thunder and Airwolf had a fight, Blue Thunder would win. But yeah, Bubba Smith, Hightower died today. Found dead at his home, apparently of natural causes. Very sad.
They're losing a lot of them, Ian.
Yeah, they're all going. Philip, it's lovely to talk to you.
Anyway, all the best.
I'm
Bye.
glad you're back. Take care and do call us again. Paul!
Hello?
Hello, Paul. You're on the air. What do you want?
Oh, hello. Well, I just wanted to make some light-hearted points about cheese graters, but it's all been quite serious so far.
Is
there still time for
there's plenty of
for
time.
light-hearted points?
Please do. Have you got a cheese grater there?
Well, I haven't, I'm afraid, but I've got some stories about them.
Go on, let's have it.
Okay, well, number one, is it acceptable to use a cheese grater to grate egg for an egg mayonnaise sandwich?
Well, yes, it is. The reason I mentioned the cheese grater, right, is I've got one here.
Okay.
And it has got 1, 2, 3, 4 different surfaces.
4 modes. Yeah.
Now, I know that the big one's for cheese.
Yeah,
I know
the big
that
one's for cheese.
one of them is apparently for nutmeg. I don't know which one.
Or lemon.
Nutmeg or lemon.
Lemon.
But I don't know which one it is, and I don't know what the other two are for.
No, I don't either. But we were wondering, is it acceptable to ever grate an egg on a cheese grater?
So it is. It most definitely
is.
Yes.
Shall we move on to number 2?
Please do.
Is it acceptable to grate dry toe skin on the cheese grater? Was number 2.
I have to defer to my lady friend, and when I say lady friend, I don't mean, of course, in a sexual nature. I mean she's a lady,
Yes,
and
of
indeed
course.
she's
You mean
what I
your
like to call a friend.
producer?
Eloise.
Yes.
Oh, she's pouting at me. Paul, could you ask that question to Eloise, please? She will give us the definitive answer.
Okay. Eloise, is it ever acceptable to use a cheese grater to get rid of dry skin on one's toe?
Definitely not. That's rank.
I knew that would disgust you. I knew it.
Okay, no. But no, I find that disgusting too.
Who would do such a thing, Paul?
A friend of mine, to be quite honest.
Name and shame them.
Don't tell
Sam
me it's
Cleaver.
a housemate.
Who is it? Dan Cleveland.
To name them, shame them, it is Sam Cleaver.
Sam Cleaver. Is that a girl?
No, that's a boy.
Okay, well, it's disgusting and it's dirty.
And do you want to move straight on to number 3, or do you want to dwell on that for any longer?
I think we should move on as quickly as we can.
Yeah, I agree. Number 3 was, is there any place for the cheese grater in modern society? I mean, you can get grated cheese pre-bagged in the supermarket today, and not even the nasty rubbery Asda cheese. You can get proper mature cheese.
Paul, I just have to say for legal, Paul, I have to say for legal reasons that the cheese they sell at Asda is bloody good. I buy it regularly. It's one of my favourites. Don't go down.
Yes.
Take us down. Don't take us down that route.
No,
but I know what you mean.
No,
you're saying you used to be cheap cheese. You could buy grated, and now you can buy the posh stuff.
Asda.
Good for you. Let's move on.
Cheese at Asda,
Hey, Paul.
as much as I buy at Tesco's or Sainsbury's or Waitrose.
Okay, now you're being a dick. Now, yes, because you know that when you buy, I've had this argument before. When you buy the grated cheese, they are marking up the price quite significantly.
Well, of course they are.
But I don't want to pay a premium for pre-grated cheese.
And I agree with you. But a friend of mine says, is there any point in buying a cheese grater when you can just buy the cheese pre-grated? I mean, you can get some very nice
Paul,
Kintyre.
Paul, I'm going to shut you up now because you're an idiot. I don't think anyone's ever bought a cheese grater, have they? You always just seem to have a cheese grater.
I've bought one.
We'll find out more after the Stone Roses. We're playing a rap record in about 20 minutes. It's the new one from Smouse. Do you want to hear it? Do you want to hear rap? We're keen to get your thoughts on it. And you can give us a call 0330 123 1215. Katia, G, Joe, Simon, Rob and Barry from Watford will be with you after this.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Was it the number 7 train that carried...
Local Orange shop or search Orange Business. Subject to coverage, status and minimum term contract. Other terms apply.
Can I press it now?
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Very exciting, very exciting. Very exciting. We're going to play the new single from Smouse in a bit. Rap, does it belong on Absolute or not? You decide, kids. You like it, you get more of it. You hate it, it's... You know, you don't. Jan, jan, jan. Jan, jan, jan. Katia!
Yes, Iain?
Oh, Katia, you're more quiet than you are per usual.
Well, listen, I'm a bit disappointed about the cheese grater thingy.
What?
Well...
Wow. Oh, you say that. Really, really. I've got a 7-Up here. I'm going to drink my 7-Up while you speak to us. Go on.
Okay. Is that all that is going to happen with it? Because I've got all my cheese graters.
Whoa, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
You've said you've got all of your cheese graters.
Yeah, except one of them, I don't know where it is. I've got 3.
Barry, she's got 3 cheese graters.
Extraordinary business.
Isn't it? Isn't it? So, no, Katia, yes, we're going to analyse what all the different parts of the cheese grater do, but also it's going to be an insight into the world of the cheese grating collector. You've got 3. I've never met anyone with 3 cheese graters.
Well, I thought you were going to do something like maybe music or something like that.
Yeah, we're going to do music. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah,
It's called prog rock, and it's got to be 10 minutes long.
Yeah, start slowly.
No, we're not going to do anything with it apart from work out what all the different sides of the cheese grater do. Do you know what they all do? How many? Which one of yours has got the most grates?
The one with the white handle. It's got. I haven't counted all.
Well, why don't you count now, live on the radio, Katia?
But there are 4 different panels. It looks like a pyramid.
Yeah.
And I grate my carrots on it.
Well, no, hang on, Katia. You've jumped Barry. I asked her a simple question, didn't I?
Yes.
Could you repeat the question to her, Barry, please?
How many... Sorry, love, hello? Yes. Basically, just wants to know how many different types of grate are on it. And
5.
5
What,
grates.
5?
That's...
Let me have a look at... Hold on.
Okay.
Let's have a look at mine. Here. Where's the bloody grate? Oh, here we are. Right.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear my grating figures?
Yes, let's get the stats.
Yeah, you're going to say one more because I said 5. So, that's unfair. It's qualified.
How many grates have you got, Barry?
It's the standard 4-sided implement.
Yes,
It's got a large one with some holes in it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
On the side,
Yes.
3, I once described them as like smiles.
Oh, yeah, mine's got 3 smiles on.
3 smiles.
Yeah.
On the back, something that I don't know what that would grate. Parmesan nuts.
Is that the one that kind of sticks out in their little holes?
And it's really quite rough on the finger.
Make sure it's the finger.
Or anything else you want to rub against.
For example, your penis or buttocks.
Yeah, but any other cheese you want to put. Now, on the side there, what I use for a carrot.
Yeah.
A carrot. That's what that one's for. They're the smaller version of the first one.
See, people thought we couldn't make this exciting, and yet we are. Yeah, we are.
Well, you say that. I've finished talking about that now.
Okay, well, Katia, you say you claim to have one that's got a 5th.
Yeah.
Get out! Get out!
Yeah, a 5th grate on there. Please describe it and tell us what you think it may be for.
I think it's for ginger or apple. Long, sinewy thing.
No, sorry. Who is going to grate an apple?
Why would you ever grate it? Who can I have some grated apple? This salad's nice, but could we do a bit of grated apple on it? Have you got an apple? Have you got one? You haven't got the apple grater on your cheese grater.
Do you know what? We'll have a lovely picnic. Let's do some nice cheese sandwiches.
Beautiful.
A bit of pickle on the
Barry,
side.
do us some grated apple, please.
Oh,
We're not on the continent now, Katia. We're not having your foreign muck now.
No, No, hold on, Margaret. What's this at the bottom? I found the crisps. Oh, there's lots of grated apple.
Grated apple?
You silly move.
We're not in Belgium or France now, Katya.
Exactly.
Take your grated apple back and stick it up your bunghole.
There should be. You know, when people come this country, they have to do a citizenship exam. And any mention of grated apple should result in instant dismissal.
Send it straight back whence they came.
It's only a short hop to arrange marriages.
Can I ask, Barry, because we are being slightly
Racist?
Well, no, I wasn't going to say racist. I was going to say slightly laddish, but yes, racist would work as well. So let's go to someone who's not a lad and is not a racist or hasn't been this week. Eloise, have you ever had the grated apple?
Yes.
This is a slippery Monsieur Sarkozy.
In
yes,
Bircher muesli.
What?
It's like porridge that's cold and you have grated apple in it.
Oh, yum yum.
And fresh fruit.
Listen to you and your cold porridge.
Well, actually, it's like wet muesli, like with yoghurt and stuff.
That makes me a racist because I don't like that, does it? That makes me a racist because I don't have a kind of wrong sense of taste, does it?
A little bit, yes. Well, Katya, thanks for joining in the fun. And I'm really sorry that you had to bring racism into it.
Disappointing.
Yeah.
Get out.
Barry.
Calling me a racist. Hello.
We're going to play a rap song in a minute.
Well, I won't say nothing about that. But that is dangerous. Now,
dangerous territory.
Is this your way of saying hold on?
No. But what I'm doing is in radio. I know this is the thing because.
Yeah,
I've
I
heard
do actually do a show on Radio 2.
Well, you don't do a show on Radio 2. You don't. It's not the Barry from Off Show. I know you did do a pilot for a show on Radio 2, was it, or 4, that didn't get picked up, even though it had the impressionist in.
All right, let's get
What was the impressionist's name?
McGowan.
Very famous. Even that wasn't enough to sell it.
Eloise. Stick the knife in.
I'm just helping out with the details.
Lots of sketches that weren't really drawn together with any kind of coherent thread and didn't really work. But yes, go on. Yes. If that means you do a radio show, then yes, you do. Yes.
Now, listen, for example, this week I shall be going on to. I'm on your programme now to what, 70, 80 listeners. And at the end of the week, on the Steve Wright Show on Radio 2, 7 million. Try that for size.
Can I just say, because I can say this, Absolute Radio Network has achieved its 10-year audience high.
Well, I would like to thank everyone for tuning in to listen to me in that case.
Well, so Barry, you've called in. Now listen, you're doing my Set the Agenda show on Sunday night. Tickets are still available, £7 in advance, £10 on the door. It's at the Camden Monarch. If you type in Camden Monarch, Set the Agenda, tickets, you'll get tickets, you can find them, or join facebook.com/groups/Set the Agenda. You're doing it. Have you got any material for us this time?
This is the thing. I don't have any. No, I don't have any new material. But occasionally, some of your.
I like the way you say I don't have any new material, which would imply that you had old material before. That you had any material.
I might do the puppet. I might do some of my filthy double entendres.
Don't bother, mate.
No, but in the meantime, I do occasionally get people, listeners of yours, who want to offer up some of their shabby material. If anyone, this is an absolute honest offer. If anyone's got any jokes, would-be writers, funny people. Who want to send any in, I will do the material on Sunday and give them a credit from the stage.
And a credit, remind me, is that £5 or £10?
It's not a financial...
I see.
It should be the honour of doing justice to some...
Okay, so this is a genuine offer. I'm moving on now because even I'm getting bored. This is and I find you hilarious. Sometimes. This is a genuine offer. If people send you material, you will stand up on the stage, read their name out...
I will read their name out and then I'll do their material. It's a sort of gong show. If it don't work, it ain't my fault. I'll do my best.
Okay, well, and where could they send this material? Do you want me to give it my address, my email address? I tell you what, to make things easier, kids,
Yes.
If you send this to Iain at iainlee.com, IAIN at IAINLEE.com, Iain at iainlee.com, any jokes, routines, or if you want to describe physical comedy or dance routines.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, no, come on, Barry. You said you'd do anything, so yes, you are.
Contemporary
dance, songs, anything you want. It can be a bit blue, can it, Barry?
It could be a bit blue. No puppetry of the penis, though. I'm not doing that.
And let's try and keep the racism. We know he is. Let's just try and keep it down a little bit if we can.
No racism.
No slang.
A Frenchy joke because they deserve it, but apart from that, I'm very fair.
So Iain at iainlee.com, and you'll get a mention on stage. And I tell you what we'll do. We'll do our best. This is what we'll do. We'll film it, Barry, and we'll put it up as a shepherd's pie as well. How's about that?
That's wonderful, but please do it, otherwise I've got no material.
Okay, any jokes you want, send them to Iain at iainlee.com, and Barry from What Football for them this Sunday. Set the agenda, you can come along and see them, if you so wanted.
Yeah, lovely.
Would you like to introduce the rap record we've got?
What's it called?
It's called Slap My Elbow by Smouse.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on a minute, the CD player's not working.
Here we go.
Hang on a minute. Hang on, is that...
Ready?
No, the CD player's not... Oh, OK, yeah, we're ready. OK, yes.
Well, off the back of fantastic radar results, ladies and gentlemen, this is Smack Up My Spouse by Elbow.
Slap My Elbow by Smouse.
Sorry.
Idiot.
Yeah, this is S. Mouse, Smouse, with some very important information. I want you to get your elbows out, and just slap them. Follow my 3 steps. This is S. Mouse, Smouse. Slap it up, kids.
Well, there you go. What do you reckon? Now, it's the first time we played that. It's exclusive. You can go and buy that. S.Mouse, Slap My Elbow. It's available on the iTunes and probably in record stores. I don't know if such things exist anymore. Is that the kind of music that we should be playing more of? It's a genuine question. You have the power here to influence the playlist. Should we be playing more serious rap music like that? Or should we be playing more stuff like this?
Sometimes I feel like throw my head.
0330 123 1215.
I know I can count on you.
Smouse versus Florence, it's up to you.
Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care.
Way behind on the calls. Rob, Emma, Joe will come to you shortly. Let's go to Simon in Stanmore. Hello, Simon.
Morning.
What can I do for you, sir?
Right, what it is, right? About an hour ago now, I saw a shooting star.
Oh, fantastic.
Superb. It was this, green blade coming out of it. It was wicked. Hello?
Yes?
Yes, I'm driving down the M4, right, and I'm sitting, I'm looking up the sky, and it's like a green blade coming out of it, man. It's wicked.
What? Was it a UFO?
I doubt it very much, no.
Literally just a shooting star?
I'd say so, yeah.
Thanks for calling. Joe's in Islington. Hello, Joe. Joe? Hello, Joe? Bit of an anticlimax, this bit, Eloise. I thought we were going to stick with a bloke who's been holding on hold for 25 minutes to tell me he saw a shooting star, and Joe's not there. But I can hear the radio. Joe! Right, well, let's get rid of her. Let's go to Robin A.
Yay! Joe, you idiot, you missed your chance.
You missed your chance. You missed your chance. You missed your chance. Robin A's got... Very rarely, Rob, I turn to you as my safety net, but tonight you are my safety net.
Oh, well, let's make this good then.
Go on.
Little tip for anyone wanting to cook hot food and not use an oven.
Yes.
Book a hotel room in Cardiff this evening. It seems everyone is red hot.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you cook...
the undercrackers here.
Oh, cook a fried egg on a lady's bottom. Oh, that's not a bad thought, is it?
Well, you've got to go about 20 miles down, apparently, and the police raid it. Anyway.
Yes.
Planet of the Apes film.
Oh, yeah, go on. Listen, I should say I saw the new Planet of the Apes film, The Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Can you talk about it, then?
Well, I can.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's good. Thursday, the 11th of August. I need to get out some facts, because there's a competition where you can...
birthday.
What?
Day after my birthday.
Doesn't mean you stand any more chance of winning.
Okay.
Well, you can go to an exclusive screening of the film, which I'm hosting, I think, or I'm introducing Andy Serkis, who's going to be there.
Really?
And you win a trip to San Francisco.
Ooh!
But that's not us, but that's Absolute
Is the
Radio.
award-winning Christian O'Connell breakfast show doing that?
But I wouldn't be surprised. Someone will be doing it, so keep listening to the station. But yes, I saw it. The helicopter scene I thought was stupendous. But it kind of got me thinking, well, I want to check out the original Planet of the Apes films.
Right. I've done my research.
Good lad.
First one, Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
And without giving a spoiler away, it was our planet. No. Remember that?
That's where he finds the Statue of Liberty in the beach, isn't it?
Statue of Liberty,
Yeah, yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
Right, now the second one,
Yeah.
there's Clint Eastwood, as an orangutan, and he's called Clyde.
Right.
And he goes, right turn, Clyde, and it goes, and he punches all the time.
How does he go? Okay.
That's Clyde, the monkey.
And what's that one called?
That's Any Which Way of the Apes.
Okay, yes.
Now, the third one, this is in Japan,
Yeah.
and it was Monkey of the Apes.
Monkey of
and all
the Apes.
monkeys learn Kung Fu.
Yep, they would
You
do.
remember that one? It flew
Yeah.
the cloud?
Yes, this is the pink cloud, yes.
Yes. Now, the fourth one, you may remember, it was the big monkey, King of the Apes,
Yes.
and he was on top of the statue, and he was after the lady, which would never have worked, because he's anatomically massive. And she's like a lady, she's normal size, you know. His leg is like twice the size of hers.
Producer Scott is listening to us, I think. Are you listening, Producer Scott? Where were you yesterday? Listening to Livesey. Tony Livesey. It's like Tony Livesey. Absolute Radio, last 30 minutes of the show. We've got Emma, we've got John, we've got Jerry, we've got Kieran and Joe. They'll do for the moment. We don't need any more calls, Eloise, so you get down and do those podcasts. And then maybe, if there's any time, we'll take some calls straight to air before Mark Crosley comes on at 1 o'clock. Let's see how we go. Joe's in Islington. She's back. Hello, Joe.
Hello, how are you?
We lost you.
I know, I was getting a glass of wine.
Good for you. Well done. Have you got it now?
I have, yes.
Excellent. Good. Relax.
I will do. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. What can I do for you?
Well, I have to say, there was a caller earlier tonight, and I have mental health issues. I don't have a mental illness. I have mental health issues. I also worked in St Bartholomew's Hospital in the cancer department, and the patients I spoke to were not weak.
No. It was a nonsense, wasn't it, what he was saying?
Yeah. Absolutely.
But would you are uncomfortable with the term mental illness, are you?
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Because you have to talk in terms of the positive. I have mental
Accentuate
health.
the positive, yes.
Yeah, I have mental health issues. I'm not mentally ill. Okay, yes, there are mentally ill people that have serious psychotic illnesses and need drugs for it. And I know people with mental health. I have had personal problems with drugs. I know people, alcoholics, etc., etc.
And are you out the other side with all of that?
Yes.
Good for you. Well done.
I am. Yeah. And I'm going for psychotherapy in September.
Excellent. That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
What? Yes.
That'd be all right. But listen, I suffer from depression, and I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't particularly want to know unless you want to tell me.
No,
but I
not
don't.
necessarily.
The term mental illness doesn't bother me.
No.
But because I'm not making a judgment on you at all. If it does, that's fine, and you use what you want to use. But I'm just saying, for me, I was like, don't bother me. Got a mental illness, doesn't matter.
No, but then people do judge you and stigmatise.
Yeah, well, they can stick it up their backsides. Did I just say that? But they can. Let them judge you and stigmatise you. Who cares what those idiots think? They can get stuffed. Do you know what I mean? Seriously, can I ask how old you are, Joe? 27.
No, 38.
Oh, you're sounding good for your age. Well done.
Thank you.
I'm 38 as well.
I know.
And as I get older, I care less and less about what people think, and I don't care if they think I look stupid or I sound stupid or I'm an idiot or I'm mentally ill or whatever. I don't care. Sometimes I care. Sometimes my ego gets in the way a bit, and I care, and I kind of get wrapped up in it and stuff. But generally, I would say 75% of the time, I couldn't give a stuff anymore.
No.
Couldn't give a stuff.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think more along those lines.
Yeah. One day, the plan is that I'll feel that way 100% of the time. That's the plan. That's what I'm aiming for. 100% of the time,
Yeah.
I won't care what other people think. I'm not there yet, but I'm certainly better than I was like 3, 4, 5 years ago. You are bonkers, aren't you? Listen, I said bonkers, it was a joke. People will complain now. People will write to Ofcom that I called you bonkers.
Oh, that's all right. You're allowed. You've called me bonkers. I've heard worse.
How long have you been off the booze and the drugs and stuff?
No, I've been off cannabis, actually,
Yep.
for 4 or 5 years.
Excellent.
Taken a bit of a downhill in the last few weeks.
Oh, Joe.
I know.
Joe.
I know, naughty me.
Naughty.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I will be addressing that.
Good for you.
And,
Well, the thing is, if it's a problem for you and you are aware it's a problem for you, that's half the battle done. You know.
Yeah.
So you're doing all right. Well done.
exactly.
It's all good.
And I liked that, because you asked a question about the rap song.
Oh, yes, Mouse. Is that my elbow? Yes or no?
No.
Oh, blimey, really?
I don't not like rap,
Yeah.
but I didn't like that song.
But you weren't keen. Okay. It's just an experiment. It's just an experiment. We're going to see what's happened. We'll see what
You're
happens with it. Joe, I'm glad we got you back. Thanks for calling back.
Lovely.
Cheers,
Take
my dears.
care.
Ta-ta. There we go. Let's go to Emma's in Coventry. Hello, Emma.
Hello, legend.
Hello. Well, yes, that's a great way to start a phone call. That's how my mum should answer the phone to me when I call up. I'm going to insist that she does. A fool. Emma, you're a fan of... no, is it Smouse or S.Mouse these days? I'm never quite sure.
Well, he was S.Mouse ! But now
God.
he's Schwain Jr.
Oh, my God. These rap stars, they change their name at the drop of the hat. And you're part of, like, his UK fan club?
Chris Lilly UK, yeah.
Okay. So that's very exciting. He retweeted me earlier on.
Did he?
Well, he tweeted us, and I retweeted him. So, but yes, he tweeted us, which is very, very exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice to have a bit of. I'm going to call him Smouse just for the sake of, it's easy to say. It's nice to have a bit of Smouse on the radio, isn't it? That's one of the only songs of his that we could play, by the way, of course.
Of course.
The rest.
Have to wait for Animal Zoo.
Is that the album?
No, that's his next single.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, of course, yeah. No, I'm just, yes, I'm trying to think of any other songs of his that we could play. Probably not, as they're all a little bit potty-mouthed.
Well, you'll just have to play Snap My Elbow for now, then.
Yeah, we will just play that. We're getting mixed feedback, favourable feedback, and some people saying Absolute Radio should never, ever play rap music at all.
What?
Oh, there you go. You see, maybe it's because I'm an old man and I'm trying to sound hip. Maybe that's what it is. But we get the thumbs up from Coventry, do we, Emma?
Oh, definitely. And Chris Lilly UK and everyone in the UK.
Wow, from everyone in the UK.
Well, all the Chris Lilly and Angry Boy fans.
That
yeah.
narrows it down a little bit, doesn't it? But Emma, lovely to talk to you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. I've had way too much 7-Up. I'm really trying hard not to belch. Let me play the Kings of Leon, and I will try and stifle my belches. Don't forget to send your jokes for Barry to perform this Sunday at Set the Agenda. Email them iain@iainlee.com. We've not had many, so he'll do any old crap. Literally any old crap. You can make Barry say your words this Sunday evening in Camden. Email your jokes, your routines, your dances, anything you want him to do. iain@iainlee.com. Jerry's on the line. Good evening, Jerry.
Good evening.
Good evening, Jerry.
I'd say it's an illness.
Sorry?
Depression.
Yes?
enormous chemical imbalance.
Yeah. You sound more and more like Little Frank each time we speak.
Do I?
Yeah, yeah, you do.
Paper mache head.
Yeah, that's yeah, he's a little puppet. Anyway, yeah, go on.
It's mental illness.
Yeah.
Not about being weak.
No, exactly. That fella was—I don't know what he was talking about. He was. I think he was slightly poleaxed because he was expecting an argument with me about something that I wasn't arguing about, and that threw him slightly, I think. So, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
The word you're looking for is he was talking bollocks.
No, yes, he was. You could say that. Yes, definitely. You couldn't say that on the radio. So there we go. Anything else?
Yeah.
Go on then.
I forgot.
Thank you very much for calling, Jerry. John!
Hi, Ian.
Hi, John.
It's about yourself.
I didn't ask.
All right, I thought you did. Anyway,
No.
I was phoning up really to go back to your cheese grater and using to peel your feet.
Yes. Oh, you don't do it as well, do you?
No, I go a little more extreme than that.
Go on.
I use it for sexual gratification.
Go
on. I went to the pub the other month and I was with my girlfriend and when we got back we made a cheese toaster and I decided to let her use it on my back and it felt really good.
She grated your back?
Yeah. I like back scratching and stuff. But,
I like a
yeah,
good scratcher. Does your girlfriend, does she squeeze your spots on your back?
Yeah, she squeezes spots all over the place.
That's good, isn't it? That is a great... I
Yeah,
can't persuade
it's-
my wife to do it very often, but it's good.
Just tell her, just say that they're getting too big, get them sorted.
Get
It's the best feeling in the world.
sorted, lass! Get them sorted, like!
Yeah, but...
Well, John, thank you
anyway,
for the
I was-
glimpse into your horrible, disgusting, depraved world.
Yeah, it's all good. Just don't use the nutmeg on your nuts.
Thank you very much. Kieran!
Good evening, Ian.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is actually, like, pretty nasty. If the grater's, like, sharp, then it's gonna, like, scratch the skin off his back.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, I have an idea for, like, the best band.
The best band, okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say Muse.
The best band we're talking about, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, carry on. Why?
Well, they kind of do a much wider range of music than normal, because they do, like, classical stuff, like the Exogenesis Symphony, and they've got, like, Supermassive Black Hole, which is more heavier stuff. Matt Bellamy has, like, a tenor voice, so he can sing, like, much higher stuff and things like that. And also he's got, like, an honorary doctorate in music from the University of Plymouth.
Well, that's
So, like,
that's irrelevant. Honorary doctorate. You know what an honorary doctorate is, isn't it? Don't you?
Yeah, it's just like a title that means nothing.
It means nothing. It means they want one of Muse to come down to their university one day. That's all that means.
I know, but it was for, like, his dedication to music.
His dedication to music. I interviewed him years ago, and I was reminded of this the other day by my friend Byron Cook, who used to be my producer at XFM, and I interviewed the Muse chaps. And for the whole interview, all Matt asked me was, how much money do you make doing the telly then? Do you mean do you make a lot of money? What do you get doing the radio? So telly's more, yeah? Well, how much? What do you get a week? How much do you get per show? That's all he talked about. All he talked about.
Well, that's a bit boring.
A little bit boring. A little bit like their music.
Fair enough. Like, well, not all of their music is boring. I mean, like, some of the stuff's, like, really exciting.
But the fact that you've acknowledged that even any of their music can be boring means that they're not the best band in the world. The best band in the world would have no boring music.
Okay, so, like, name a band with, like, no boring music at.
It's tough, isn't it? I don't know if I can off the top of my head. I'd have to think about it.
See, like, you know, every band has at least one kind of not so good song.
I don't want. Do they? Do they? This is the thing. I would have to have a think about it, and I know the Beatles do. Blue Jay Way, I was thinking of earlier. The Beach Boys certainly do. Is there a band? I'd have to. I can't answer that off the top of my head, Kieran. A question like that requires thought.
Okay.
No, there we go. Anything else?
Yeah, graters. I was going to say, you can get, like, special ones for your feet.
Well, you get those little sort of egg things, don't you?
Yeah, it's like pet egg things.
Yeah. And it's good. It's better than the fish. I don't approve of the fish eating the soles of the feet.
Yeah, that's a bit... it's just something to do with, like, animals.
You might as well go out and have sex with a pig.
Yeah, it's just not right.
It's not right. It's the same... Eloise is laughing, but it's the same thing, isn't it? Getting a fish to eat the dead skin on your feet, you might as well go and have sex with a pig.
It's exactly the same
Well,
thing.
it is similar, because you're using...
Not in a sexual way, though.
You are using the animal for your own pleasure.
Not sexual pleasure.
You are using the animal for your pleasure.
It's not pleasure either, it's necessity.
It's not necessity.
Okay, it's not necessity, but it's not pleasure. having dead skin removed.
It is if you're sat there stroking one out while he's doing it.
Well, then that's your own doing. It's
Exactly.
nothing to do with the fish.
Exactly.
Yeah, the animal's like eating parts of you.
Exactly. That's even worse. I would rather have my penis inside a pig than have... Anyway, we'll move on. Kieran, we're going to move on, I think. I think we ought to move on because terrible, terrible situation we've got ourselves in. Thank you for that. I don't know why you brought us down there. We'll take some calls straight to air before Mark Crosley comes on, if you'd like. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. You can come on and talk about any of the things you've heard tonight or anything that maybe you think... I've got nothing planned for tomorrow night's show. So if you've got any ideas of what we can do tomorrow night, then would be good if you could call up and tell us. Or maybe line 1 has a suggestion. Let's go to line 1. You're on the wireless.
Hello, mate. How you doing? I just want to say hi to Ian Lee. He's obviously a very good man. I just like to say hello.
He is an excellent man, isn't he?
Without a doubt. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say to him?
Apart from that, I'd like to say... I'm actually on the radio, aren't I?
Well done, sir. Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you, Ian.
You're welcome. Oh, what a delightful fruitcake. I liked him.
I love it when you call people that. Delightful fruitcake.
He was, though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was the personification of a delightful fruitcake. Line 2.
I've had an idea for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, go on.
We could have a listener calendar for next year. People could take a photo and put on the Facebook wall, and we pick the 12 best and produce a calendar.
That's quite a nice idea, actually. Didn't someone make a calendar of you once, Eloise?
I've got a calendar.
That was freaky, man. Someone
Yeah.
sent that in. It's kind of weird.
It was on my wall for a bit, but then it got to a month where your face suddenly appears.
So you took it off?
Well, I thought it was strange to have a calendar of you next to me.
It's stranger to have a calendar of you next to you.
Exactly, but at least I could then say, like, people would ask me, why have you got that of you? But they wouldn't ask me why have I got that of you, because they would just think that I'm obsessed.
Anyway, Rob, anything else? Rob? Oh, she's gone. Let's go to line 3. You're on the wireless.
Hi, I just wanted to talk about your rap song you had earlier.
Yes.
Does anyone know that? It sounds a little like, what's that song called? Soldier Boy. Did you listen to the background music?
Who's Soldier Boy? What's Soldier Boy?
It's a song that was played about 3-4 years ago, I think.
Hello, where have you gone? Are you sinking down a hole?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. Who sang the song Soldier Boy?
Soldier Boy sang it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's called Superman.
Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll
whatever it's called, but it just sounds the same. I don't think it has a place on Absolute Radio.
You're saying we shouldn't be playing rap? We shouldn't be playing S.
I
Mouse?
don't think it
Slap
has,
my elbow.
No, I don't think it has a place on Absolute Radio.
Thank you very much for calling. Your opinion has been duly noted. Let's go to line 1. 1, you're on the wireless. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hi.
Hello. And goodbye. Let's go to line 3, you're on the wireless.
Who's that?
That's you.
I'm back.
Line 4, you're on the wireless.
Ian! It's James again.
It's a good run of straight-to-air calls tonight. Yes.
You alright, pal?
Yeah.
It's James again, from Leeds. Look at you, you've forgotten me already.
Oh, okay, yeah, what do you want? Oh, he's gone. I didn't do that. Let's go to line 3, you're on the wireless.
Oh, it's Glenn of Acridine, mate, alright?
Good. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm just ringing up for you,
Oh, it's Glenn!
It is, yeah, for a caravan, man.
Have you still got your job?
Oh.
Yeah, you alright?
Have you still got your job at Tesco's?
Yeah, I've been there 6 months now.
Oh, good lad,
I'm enjoying
well done.
it, yeah, it's brilliant.
Excellent.
Get on well with everyone, the job's going well, yeah.
Excellent.
Push it, collecting trolleys and that way, huh?
But you get to meet some interesting people, don't you?
Yeah, they're all brilliant. Yeah, everyone's managers, I get on well, yeah.
Oh, well, that's...
Really enjoying it. I'm getting paid for it, mate. I get paid this
That's
Friday.
the best thing, isn't it? Glenn,
I've got more money in there.
Can I have that 25 quid that you owe me? Hey. Listen, Glenn, I've got to go because we're out of time. Give us a call tomorrow. Lovely to hear from you, fella. Ta-ta. Good show, Louise. Thank you very much. Bye. If you missed it, go and get the podcast, for goodness sakes. Mark Crosby's up next. We're back tomorrow at 11. Have a lovely, lovely Thursday. I'm off to the house of the lead singer from St Etienne tomorrow. Yeah, I know.